Hey, what's up you guys, it's Dorothy and welcome back to my channel. In today's video we're going to go into chapter 2 of Swimsuit by James Patterson and Maxine P. So let's get right into this video. This video may contain sensitive topics and foul language. If you do not wish to continue, I suggest you click off the video now. You have been warned. Chapter 2. Kim's claw hands trembled as she reached up, hooked her fingertips over the lever and pulled down. The bar moved too easily and it didn't pop the lid. She tried again, pulling repeatedly, frantically, working against her certain knowledge that the release bar had been disabled, that the cable had been cut. When Kim felt the car wheels leave the asphalt, the road smoothed out, and that made her think the car might be rolling over sand. Was it going into the ocean? Was she going to drown in this trunk? She screamed again, a loud, wordless shriek of terror that turned into a gibbering prayer. Dear God, let me out of this alive, and I promise you. And when her scream ran out, she heard music coming from behind her head. It was a female vocalist, something bluesy, a song she didn't know. Who was driving the car? Who had done this to her? For what possible reason? And now her mind was clearing, running back, flipping through the images of the past hour. She started to remember she'd been up at 3, makeup at 4, out on the beach at 5, she and Julia and Darla and Monique, and that other gorgeous but weird girl, Ayla Gills. The photographer had been drinking coffee with the crew, and the men had been hanging around the edges, towel boys and early morning joggers, agog at the girls in their little bikinis, at the wonder of stumbling onto a sporting life swimsuit shoot right there. Kim pictured the moments posing with Julia Gill, saying, "Let's smile, Julia. That's great, beautiful, Kim. Beautiful, that's the girl. Eyes to me, that's perfect." She remembered that the phone calls had come after that during breakfast and throughout the whole day. 10 freaking calls until she turned off her phone. Douglas had been calling her, paging her, stalking her, driving her crazy. It was Doug. And she thought about earlier that night after dinner how she'd been in the hotel bar with the art director, Del Swan. It was his job to oversee the shoot and be her chaperone afterward, but Del had gone to the men's room, and somehow he and Gills, both of them as gay as birds, disappeared. And she remembered that Julia was talking with the guy at the bar, and she tried to get Julia's attention, but Julia wouldn't make eye contact, so Kim had gone for a walk on the beach, and that was all she remembered. Her cell phone had been clipped to her belt but switched off, and now she was thinking that Doug had flipped out, rage-aholic that he was, stalker that he'd become. Maybe he paid someone to put something into her drink. She was getting it together now, brain working fine. She shouted, "Douglas, Dougie," and then, as though God himself had finally heard her calling, a cell phone rang inside the trunk. That is the end of this chapter. I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.